New Orleans, the Big Easy. Famous for beignets, jazz music, and of course, Mardi Gras.
But something few people know about New Orleans is that it was one of the major cities in building the new Americas, and it all started right here on the Mississippi. I'm Blair Woodward, and this is World by Water.
Water is an essential part of our lives. Over 70% of our planet is covered by water, so it makes sense that humans have used it for travel for thousands of years. Join us as we explore our dependence on water for our economy, leisure, and life. Welcome to World by Water.
Today we're in New Orleans, Louisiana, a city that has been called the most unique in the world.
This city is a top tourist destination in the United States where people come to partake in Creole cooking, enjoy the roaring nightlife down Bourbon Street,
and explore the rich heritage you can find around every corner. But just how did New Orleans become the thriving tourist destination we see today? It owes that success in part to its position on the Mississippi River.
In the 1800s, New Orleans was the commercial heart of the Deep South. It's no surprise that New Orleans soon became a major source for troops and supplies to the Confederate States Army. The strategic placement of the city was far too great for the Union to destroy, so their capture of the city spared it the destruction many southern cities suffered at this time. One of the inventions that made New Orleans such a major port was the steamboat. In the 18th and 19th centuries, steamboats were the only means of transportation to new parts of America, and helped play a major part in Western expansion. Hundreds of these boats were destroyed in the Civil War, and by World War II, there were almost none left.
The Natchez is one of the few steam-powered ships still on the Mississippi today. When it was launched in 1975, it became the 9th ship to receive this historical name.
Stepping on board makes you feel like you've stepped back in time. With their authentic 32-note steam Calliope, 25-ton white oak paddle wheel, and of course, Southern hospitality that's unmatched worldwide.
My name is Debbie Fagnano, and I'm the official Calliope player on board the steamer Natchez. Every day is interesting because every day on board is different. We meet interesting people coming on board, famous people, but mostly it's the excitement of drawing people to the boat. A lot of people I don't even know hear the Calliope, and very often I'll run into them on the street and they'll stop me and say, "Hey, are you that lady?" And many times in the last 5 or 6 years, people have told me that the first time they heard the Calliope playing after they came back from the hurricane, it brought tears to their eyes and comfort because they felt like this was something getting back to normal. So the Calliope works wonders in more ways than we know.
This boat was built in '75. She's all steel, 285 feet long. She's about 44 feet wide, and she is the fastest steamboat on the entire river. She has won races since 1975.
Wow.
The antlers that are here in front, that's a trophy, but no one has beaten us.
When's the
in
next
30,
race?
Can't find anyone in races. There's very few steamboats left on the river. In fact, this is one of the last. Mm-hmm. There's about 3 more steamboats, terminal steamboats on this river system now.
Oh, okay.
They're just becoming extinct. They don't make them like this anymore.
So shouldn't there be some kind of big steering wheel?
Originally, when this boat was built, the owner decided to put a huge wheel, which we now has in place inside the bar area. Mm-hmm. But through the Coast Guard eyes, it caused so much controversy to put the wheel in, running the cable through the entire boat, and it was just too much hassle to put it in. So we went with the tillers that controls the rudders. The rudders are what actually steers the boat. This is your telegraph system, which is on the old steamers back in the early 1800s. They talk to the engine room through the system rather than calling over, shouting in a megaphone like they did really way back. They control this, and every signal that is sent to the engine room, there's a man in the chair that controls the steam and give you just what you want, whether you want to go full ahead, full astern. Everything's kind of updated because of this boat. This boat is not an 1800 boat, it's just a replica.
Got it.
This boat, the Natchez, is New Orleans. This is what New Orleans is all about. This is how New Orleans started. This river actually made the city. Without this river, the city would not be here. And without the steamboat Natchez, we wouldn't have the city as well. So this is New Orleans. When you come to New Orleans, you have to ride the steamboat. It's not many places you can do that.
The Natchez offers dinner and daytime jazz cruises, which include steam engine room visitation, Calliope, live jazz, and optional Creole food and local beverages. These cruises run year-round, and many of the crew have been with her since her maiden voyage in 1975. As the Natchez glides past the French Quarter and through one of the world's most active ports, you begin to understand the magic of the experience. For all its history and romance, the excitement of riding a steamboat is as rich and genuine now as it was a century ago.